Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down.
Hi guys, it is Baller Productions, and today I'd like to talk about the race for MVP in the NBA. Many believe that the Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry has the award on lock. I personally agree with this statement, and I suspect that Curry may in fact win unanimously, a feat that's never really been done. In this video, I'm going to try to build a case about why Curry may not be the MVP, and why players like Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, or some other players are more deserving. Like I said, I do believe Curry should win MVP, and throughout this video, I'll be playing devil's advocate. In order to really justify another player winning MVP, it's necessary to define what an MVP actually is. This is really up for debate, and last season it was very heated. People really argued about this, especially when it came down between James Harden and Stephen Curry. I see two potential ways to define the MVP award. It can either be a player who is simply the most dominant and simply just carries his team, or an MVP could be a player who's on the best team on the league and who really contributed to the success of that team. Last year, the sports writers and broadcasters viewed the award for someone who carried their team, made their team the best in the league. And as a result, Stephen Curry is now the reigning MVP. For me, the NBA's most prestigious award should be defined more strictly. Most other awards have a strict definition: most improved player, defensive player of the year. MVP doesn't really have that. One thing I believe that should play a bigger factor in the player is a player's statistics, especially win shares and player efficiency rating. Those really don't lie. I'm not going to bore you with the exact number, so I'll just tell you who leads in each category. In player efficiency rating, Stephen Curry's number 1, Kevin Durant's number 2, Boban Marjanovic, he's a backup center or power forward for the San Antonio Spurs, is number 3. Russell Westbrook and LeBron James are both tied for 4th. That's in player efficiency rating, and as you can assume, most of those players are definitely MVP quality players, all of them except for Russell Westbrook and Boban. They have all won MVPs. That's the one problem with the statistic. A backup center can kind of get on there sometimes, and just because they can get an overinflated rebound total and not miss a lot of shots, and that makes them seem really efficient, but as the case with Boban, he's not an MVP. Sorry Boban. And then in win shares, which I believe is a really good statistic because it takes into account defense as well, which is just as important. Stephen Curry's number 1, Kevin Durant's number 2, Westbrook is 3, Kawhi Leonard is the number 4 spot, and LeBron James is 5th. You're probably thinking, because Curry has such gaudy player efficiency ratings and win shares, it's really hard to see another player even being close to Curry for MVP. You're correct. He does have gaudy figures, but I think it's really about the team that he's on. I think that if you put anybody on that team, not trying to downplay Curry's accomplishments, he's an incredible player. He's one of the best shooters the game's ever seen. But that team is completely stacked. I cannot stress how good Draymond Green is as a player. He helps the Warriors so much. He is the Warriors' equivalent of Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman pretty much at the same time. In terms of assists, he's the leading playmaker for the Warriors, and this statistic really blew my mind. But he actually has a higher assist rating than Damian Lillard and LeBron James, which are commonly referred to as some of the league's best playmakers. He is often forgotten about in the MVP conversation, and I think he's really a player that needs to be discussed. I would point to him as maybe the primary reason for the Warriors' 73-win season, not necessarily Curry. Draymond is such a great all-around player. He's really a Swiss Army knife for the Golden State Warriors. Without him, they just wouldn't be where they are today. Another player that certainly deserves more recognition is Kawhi Leonard. He just won a Defensive Player of the Year award, and he's coming off an absolutely stunning season, both defensively and offensively. He shot 44.3% from 3 this season, which is 4th in the NBA, and he tied for 14th in overall scoring. In terms of both defense and offense, you can't really make a stronger case for anyone else. Kawhi Leonard is an absolutely shutdown player. He is athletic, he's young, he's a shooter, he's a great overall player. People often forget, especially in this run and gun NBA, that two-way players are still excellent. Kawhi Leonard proves this, and honestly, if Kawhi Leonard somehow squeaks out a win in the MVP, which I kind of doubt, I couldn't be surprised. He completely deserves it. He's easily he's the reason for the Spurs' success, their perennial success. Now it's his era for the Spurs, with Manu and Tony Parker getting older. It's his time to shine for the San Antonio Spurs. Another two players who I believe definitely should be MVP contenders are Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. Unfortunately, due to the Thunder's coaching staff, they're just not where they should be. They had it's really a shame. The Thunder have been underachieving because of their coaching staff, but I truly believe that if they had a top-tier coach, that easily Russell Westbrook and KD could be more in the MVP discussion. Kevin Durant's already has already won an MVP before. It's not a stretch to say he's a definite contender. And Russell Westbrook, you could make a case for him last year, and I think you could still make a case for him this year with all his triple doubles and all his just incredible highlight reel plays. He's definitely a star in the NBA. I know that Mark Cuban said he's not a superstar. He's dead wrong on that. Russell Westbrook is probably one of the greatest point guards in the NBA right now. Another obvious elephant in the room in terms of MVP contention is LeBron James. We're simply just used to his dominant play. Many have said that he's the best player in the NBA right now. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if you believe that. But he's certainly a very dominant player. He already has 4 MVPs under his belt. In my opinion, the voters have just grown tired of picking LeBron. He's just consistently too good, and I'm not comparing him to Michael Jordan. But like Michael Jordan, the voters have just accepted his play as stellar consistently. In order for him to win MVP now, he would have to do something incredible. He would have to reinvent his game completely. He already carries the Cleveland Cavaliers. We just have to expect that play from him. Does any player really have a legitimate shot of winning the MVP award other than Stephen Curry? Probably not. His season has been incredibly dominant. He's broken records in terms of three-pointers and team records, defeating that 95-96 Bulls team, which is kind of a funny internet joke, but it cannot be understated how good the Warriors have been this season. Any writer who does not pick the babyface assassin, I would have to call them very foolish for not doing it. There's no justification for him not to be the winner. He has really earned it this year. I personally dislike him and the Golden State Warriors. I don't like the three-pointer style of play, and second off, I believe that Curry's a little overconfident at times. But I'm going to put that aside for the sake of this video. I hope he thoroughly enjoys another great season. I hope he gets healthy for the playoffs to make it exciting again. But Stephen Curry, you're going to win another MVP. That's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video or leave a comment. Be sure to be respectful about this because this is a really heated topic and I don't want anybody getting their feelings completely hurt in the comments. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.